Knife Angel. You stand tall, built on suffering, a statement of a society ill, staring into souls lost forever, a stark reminder stood still. Now you reach our Bolton, upon your ongoing tour, built by memories of people past, people we wish to see once more. Hands outstretched, palms open, always the eternal plea, to stop the next victim of bloodshed. Will it be you, or maybe me? An angel formed from evil is just a devil in disguise. Oh, how it sits so silent, impervious to loved ones' cries. Striking statues standing, made from steel, weapons grade. Striking statues standing, how we wish you were never made.
I'm really pleased it's here, and I'm hoping that it will send a message, especially to, and it's often is young people who are possessing knives, but possessing knives is not the way forward. Getting involved in a crime involving knife is not really the way to look after yourself or your families, and of course the victims who've been the people who've been victims of knife crime. Some of them die, some of them very badly injured, and the impact that has.
We've put together an event today where children have visited the Knife Angel to learn about the importance of knife crime and violence and how we can combat that. So we've then come back to the library and we've been making peace angels, and we've been looking at books around kindness with the younger children, kindness, friendship, who they would go to in the community, who they would turn to with their group leaders, their families and their parents, if they were worried, if they were concerned.
I worked with the youth, and we saw the angel outside with all the knives, and it got the children thinking that why is there a thing such as knife crime? You know, we read it time and time again in the news, in the schools, our teachers, our parents telling us about knife crime and how important it is that we are educated, not just for the young people but for the teenagers as well.
With the teenagers, we've been looking at the consequences of knife crime and how that ripples out into families and the wider community.
So we've been talking about knife crime, how it's illegal and how it affects people.
It taught us how distressing it is, how miserable it is, and how effective it is on youth these days, and how miserable it is on the victims of the knife crime.
Education is key, especially the times we are in right now, such atrocities happening all over the world.
This session has made me learn a lot more that I did not know before. It has made me realise about how many people are affected by knife crime every single day. Daily, it can happen to anyone really, and it's really important that everyone stays safe.
Down to the kitchen, into the garden with the gang of lads. As that mumpet, they all started shouting at me, trying to cause an argument between me and Adam. So when Adam started walking over to me, everyone starts rushing outside to see what was going on, so I gripped the knife from my back. As Adam squared up to me, I pulled it out on him. I was just trying to protect myself. Adam then gripped my wrist, punched me in the face, and I dropped the knife on the floor. Adam then picked it up, and then he began pointing the knife at me. I couldn't take my eyes off his hand holding the knife. And then out of nowhere, Tom, he comes running out from the back door and he grabbed Adam from behind him. As Adam turned around, he stabbed Tom in the stomach. Tom dropped to the floor and Adam ran through the crowd out to the house and his mates followed him. Tom lay there on the floor with a knife hanging out of his stomach. I dropped down to my knees. I held him in my arms. There was blood gushing through his t-shirts all over my clothes. I tried my hard to stop the bleeding and screaming, someone call an ambulance. Should have been me laying there on the floor, not Tom. Even though it was Adam who stabbed Tom, Tom died because I decided to bring the knife out with me last night. If I would have just left the house without that knife, Tom would still be alive.
People carry knives out for a number of different reasons, fear, bravado, all the rest of it. But the story's usually the same, over 50% of the time. Someone who's carried the knife chose it's being wrestled out the hands that it's being used on.
That ripple effect
How does the brother, the sister, the mum, the dad, the granddad, all the people around him? Quite right with police, we don't mind knocking on doors, asking people to come to mortuaries, asking for hairbrushes and bits of stuff so we can get DNA to identify bodies. Because we go home, we've got kids. So think about the problems you carry around. And if you're carrying around here, as they've said, talk to someone.
This is putting it into reality, and it's actually at the point of getting them to think about situations they may have been in. They're definitely going to be in at some point during their life. We're all going to face situations like this, where either on our behalf or for our friends, we've got to make a decision that's a positive one. So I think where they've got more information, they can look at things and can make the right choices, it's only going to help them as well as society long term.
Pleaded not guilty, saying Jack ran onto the knife and it was self-defence. They found his knife on the balcony of his mother's flat, stashed behind some bins. He lied to the police in his initial statement, but they had a recording of his 999 call telling his mother what he had just done, and he was arrested in the back of the ambulance.
So over the last couple of weeks, Be The Change, we delivered a couple of workshops around knife crime, and then our young people got to create a short film around knife crime, which we are hoping to share with the Bolton community very soon. So we've been very busy doing a lot of activities. As you know, knife crime is something that impacts the whole community, especially for myself personally. I lost a friend to a knife attack in 2015. So I'm very committed and dedicated to making sure that young people in Bolton know the impact of carrying a knife, and we deliver workshops in schools as well to stop another young person becoming a victim.
Why carry knives? They're taking people's life. Not gonna lie, bro, I've seen nasty sights. Put down your weapon and go think twice. 282 people died in fights, that was just last year. Now people walk around in fear. Kids die, so mums walk around with all the tears, and they're wondering why the kids have disappeared.
We're here today with some of our team and some members of the group work who's put together the angels in regards to placing them here today on the knife angel. So the women have been making felt angels with little bells on to be able to represent how they feel and to highlight a bit knife crimes. We've been creating our own little knife angel really. The reason why we've got involved in this project is because we hear of knife crimes every day, particularly with young people carrying weapons. It's scary being out there at night, but we also, every day, I receive a referral or read a referral where there's been a knife involved, and that's from our youngest clients who are 16 right up until our evergreen clients who are in their 80s and 90s.
Bolton has welcomed the Knife Angel with open arms and has had such a profound impact on people. We wanted to get the message out there that violence and aggression will not be tolerated, and that there are better ways to resolve conflict than by using violence.
We're here at Bolton Lads and Girls Club in the centre of town, and we're celebrating the 30 days that we've had the Knife Angel here in Bolton. An extremely powerful statement against knife crime in particular, raising awareness of the destructiveness of knife crime and remembering those people who've lost their lives and been injured through knife crime.
When I first saw the Knife Angel, I felt overwhelmed with the amount of people that died to knife stabbings. I think that we should stop using knives as weapons and keep them in the kitchen.
When I first saw the Knife Angel, I had a bunch of mixing emotions. One of the emotions was impressive, but on the other hand it was upsetting because all those knives have been used.
People are dying. Everywhere we look, mums and dads are crying. Everywhere we look, people are defying and pretending they are the undying. Knives, knives. Everyone is just trying to survive, but all they do is take innocent lives, as innocent as one can survive. As sad as it is, this is our lives.
Talking to young people and caring about them to change, I wrote this on reflection of what they've told me. So it's called Heart for the Youth. Our hearts break every time you cause each other pain, pain that is far beyond normal or okay. Leaving each other to bleed and then boasting about your actions. This generation is filled with anger and fueled by revenge, always taking care of things, yet never taking care of each other to the end.
I think it's been great, actually. It's been great hosting this monument in Bolton, and it's been wonderful.
Striking statue standing, made from steel, weapons grade. Striking statue standing, how we wish you were never made.